Hello everyone, this is our daily top 5 gainers and top 5 losers analysis for September 19, Thursday, to prepare you for the next trading day, for the last trading day of the week, Friday. My name is JC De Guzman, and I'm going to give you my unique way of doing technical analysis following the scientific methods that I teach to my attendees in my evergreen strategy in trading and investing in the Philippine stock market seminar. And by the end of that unique way of doing analysis, data and technical analysis, I am going to give you my overall recommendation or overall sentiment together with my recommendations, whether you already have a position or you are just about to enter a new position in these 10 stocks. So let's begin with San Miguel Corporation. It closed today at 178.8. Support is at 170. Resistance is at 179. Once it breaks above 179, 195.5 will act as the next resistance level. But at this point, foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 16.6 million pesos today. It's a net foreign selling. The 10 smack D combo is not yet valid because, oh yeah, it's already valid. The MACD line has just crossed above the signal line today, and the last price is already moving above the 10-day simple moving average. Risk level remains low, but let's take a look at the last price. Okay, it's higher than the VWAP, which is a good thing. And the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. You can see that particular range on the chart and on these values that I have highlighted in our private clients forum. All in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator, but the mood of the top 10 brokers does not agree to that. But nonetheless, my overall sentiment for SMC, given the fact that it's a valid 10 SMACD combo and a bullish momentum power indicator, it's a bullish one. That's my overall sentiment. So if you have a position on SMC and if your trailing stop loss is still below the last price, I suggest that you have the option either to hold your position or to top up to add more shares, but do it within the dominant range. Now, if you don't have a position and you would like to enter a new one, I suggest that you wait for a breakout above 179 so that you will have a more attractive reward to risk ratio. And when it breaks out above 179, I also suggest that you ask or you post a request for SMC's latest trade and volume distribution and true market sentiment charts in our private clients forum so we can reanalyze if the momentum power indicator is still bullish and if the 10 SMACD combo is still valid. Alright? But nonetheless, my overall sentiment is bullish for SMC. Now, let's talk about APC. It closed today at 0.74, support is at 0.63, resistance is at 0.77. If it breaks above 0.77, the next resistance would be, let's see here, somewhere here. There you go. Somewhere near this level, 0.86, if it breaks above 0.77. But at this point, the 10 SMACD combo remains valid. It remains valid. Foreign investors registered a measly amount of a net foreign selling worth 1 million pesos. Today's volume is also towering. It's higher than the 50%, not just the 50%, but the 100% of the stock's 10-day volume average. The 10 SMACD combo is valid, like what I've mentioned, and risk level is already high. It's about to become an extremely high risk stock. So listen to this. Newbies, you may have to think about it twice if you would like to trade APC because this has a high risk level. For newbie traders, I only suggest trading stocks that have a low to moderate risk level. Meaning to say these are the stocks with a historical volatility score that's not higher than 70%. ideally speaking. But nonetheless, the upward momentum is still very strong as confirmed by the DMI and ADX scores right here. The last price is higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. All in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator, but just like SMC's true market sentiment, it's a bearish true market sentiment for APC. But we can actually snub that one because the overall sentiment here is bullish for APC. If you have a position in APC, you get two options. Either you hold your position, do nothing. Well, when I say do nothing, that does not mean you will not do an upward adjustment on your trailing stop loss. You should every time the price goes higher than its current price. But aside from holding your position, you can also top up within dominant range because you got the buy signals based on our technical analysis. And if you are planning to enter a new position, I suggest that you calculate your reward risk ratio first. Mind you, the last price is already closer to the immediate resistance than the immediate support, and that means you're going to get a slightly thinner potential reward than your potential risk. So think about it. Would you like to, buy on breakout, or you postpone the plan of buying for now because of that slim, uh, relatively slim potential reward? Uh, think about it. But if I were you, I would rather, enter a new position if I have a bigger potential reward than a potential risk. So meaning to say, ideally speaking, again, it's better to wait for a pullback near 0.63 or for a breakout above 0.77 if you are late in entering a new position on APC. Or, well, when I say late, that's relative also. What I mean about that is if you were not able to enter a new position in APC when it validated the 10 SMACD combination. But nonetheless, it's a bullish. My overall sentiment is bullish for APC. Next, Abacor. It closed at 0.97 today. Support is at 0.87. Resistance is at 1.09. The 10 SMACD combo remains valid. Risk level is moderate. And volume is also higher than the 100% of Abacor's 10-day volume average. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 1.43 million pesos. The last price is higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. That makes a perfect bullish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment is neutral. It's neutral. So the top 10 brokers are just taking it easy, enjoying the organic ascent in price, so to speak. My overall sentiment is bullish for Abacor. If you have a position, you can also have a data-driven reason to top up if you would like to, provided you do it within the dominant range and not at any random price. And if you are planning to enter a new position, graphically speaking or visually speaking, you can see here that the last price is still a lot closer to the immediate support than the immediate resistance, and that translates to a better potential reward than your potential risk. So you can also go ahead and position for a test buy within the dominant range, but eyes on your trailing stop loss because no matter how much data you have used in coming up with that bullish data driven sentiment, sometimes the price contradicts your analysis. So our protection is our trailing stop loss because it is aligned to our personal risk tolerance. If you attended the Evergreen Strategy in Trading and Investing the Philippine Stock Market seminar, I strongly suggest, you always hear me say this one, right? In every video. I strongly suggest that you regularly review your handouts until such a time that you already know by heart those things that I taught you during the Evergreen Strategy seminar. So after Abacor, we will talk about FERRO. It closed today at 5.88, resistance is at 5.98, support is at 5.12, and if it breaks above 5.98, the next resistance would be, let's check, Okay, so let's just plot a Fibonacci for us to identify that one. So this is how I do it. We're going to draw an up Fibonacci. And then we're going to drag it to the bottom so we can see. Oh, we have to reverse it first. Settings, reverse. Then okay, then let's drag it to the bottom. So your next resistance would be at 7.8, which is a confluence at the 61.8% extension of the up Fibonacci. But only if it breaks above 5.98 or 6 pesos per share. But as of the moment, it's the 10 SMACD combo is valid, and I'm seeing a perfect bullish alignment among its three simple moving averages. Volume is also looking good. It's higher than the 100% of FERRO's 10-day volume average. Foreign fundies, let's skip that one. It's an insignificant amount. Oh, foreign newbie traders, listen to this one. FERRO already has an extremely high risk level. This is not for you. This is not for you. Even if the upward momentum is still strong. This is not for you, okay? Newbies. The last price is still higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is still closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. That makes a bearish, or a bullish rather, a bullish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment is also neutral, meaning to say the majority of today's top 10 brokers are, just took it easy. Okay, so it's a bullish overall sentiment. If you have a position already, you can top up within the dominant range or just hold your position. Just make sure that you do an upward adjustment on your trailing stop loss every time the price goes higher than its prevailing price. And if you don't have a position on FERRO, you are better off waiting for a breakout and reanalyze, reassess if the buy signals are still strong and present once it breaks above 6 pesos per share. Okay, so don't hurry. At this point, your potential reward is smaller than your potential risk. So you're better off waiting for a breakout or for a pullback. So after FERRO, it's now Corporation. It closed today 3.43. Support is at 2.88. Resistance is at 4.25. The 10 SMACD combo, unfortunately, it's already invalid. Foreign investors registered a net foreign. Let's skip that one as well. It's a very small amount, relatively speaking. Risk level is extremely high. Newbies, this is not for you, risk level wise. Okay, the 10 SMACD combo is already invalid. Hear that one. And the last price is already, it's still, while it's still higher than the, while it's still higher than the VWAP. Well, let's see this. Yeah, it's still, the last price is higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. But the 10 SMACD combo is already invalid even though the momentum power indicator remains bullish. The true market sentiment is neutral. So here's the thing. What did I say in the lesson number 6 during the Evergreen Strategy Seminar? You can only skip and snub the 10 SMACD combo, the validation of the 10 SMACD combo if the momentum power indicator is bullish, which is the case right now, and if you regard yourself as an experienced trader. So what's the answer to the question, should I top up? Well, at this point, I suggest that you hold your position but don't top up. Don't top up yet. Now Corporation has been trading in a topsy-turvy manner for at least for the past 2 weeks, and there's no solid historical pattern for me to say that it will continue to move higher closer to the immediate resistance. So you're better off holding your position. Now, if you don't have Now Corporation, you are better off waiting for the 10 SMACD combo to be revalidated. Don't hurry just because the momentum power indicator is bullish. For me, based on the historical price action and movement of Now Corporation, it's better to demand for the 10 SMACD combo to become valid as well, together with a bullish momentum power indicator. So if you're going to ask me if I'm interested to enter a new position in our corporation, my answer is a no. I'd like to wait for the 10 smack day combo to become valid first. And of course, for the momentum power indicator to maintain its bullish position or bullish rating. So there you go for Now Corporation. Next, JGS. It closed today at 72.5. Support is at 69.6. Resistance is at 79.15. The 10 SMACD combo is no longer valid. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 9.9 million pesos. Risk level is low. The negative DMI already crossed above the positive DMI, and that's a signal of a weakening upward momentum. The last price is already lower than the VWAP, and that makes a bearish momentum power indicator, and the mood of the top 10 brokers today agrees to that. They got a bearish through market sentiment. Here's my recommendation. It's still bullish, technically speaking, because it's still it's still trading in an uptrend channel. Let me plot that channel for you. It's still trading inside the uptrend channel. Now, once it breaks below this channel, then I would say that technically it will then be a bearish overall sentiment for JGS. But let's focus on this one instead. If you have JGS and it's still trading above your trailing stop loss, I suggest that you hold your position. Hold your position for now. Once the volume goes beyond its 10-day volume average, quickly do an adjustment on the percentage of risk applied in your trailing stop loss. Recalculate your trailing stop loss with a reduced percentage of risk. When the volume is red, and if it is higher than the 10-day than the 100% of the stock's 10-day volume average. Okay, do that when that happens. And if you don't have JGS, stay that way. Don't enter a new position yet. Your momentum power indicator is bearish and your 10 SMACD combo is invalid. The buy signals are hiding at this point. Okay, next, STR. It closed today at 5.82. Support is at 5.5. Resistance is let me plot the resistance. Okay, let me click this one again. All right, resistance is near 6.44. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 495,000 pesos. The 10 SMACD combo remains valid, but as early as now, I'm telling you it's a bearish momentum power indicator due to the red candlestick and the red volume bar, and so on and so forth. Risk level is low, and the last price is it's already lower than the VWAP, and overall, it's a bearish momentum power indicator, like what I've said already. The true market sentiment is also bearish. So, no buy signals, no top up signals. If you have STR, strictly monitor your trailing stop loss. Sell once it gets hit. Okay? But don't average down. Don't top up. And if you don't have STR, well, that's good. Don't buy it yet until the 10 SMACD combo becomes, maintains its valid position, and once the momentum power indicator becomes bullish. Right now, only the 10 SMACD combo is valid, but your momentum power indicator is, I don't know, where did it go? It's bearish at this point. It's missing. Okay? So after STR, we got TKC Metals. It closed today at 1.10. Support is at 0.95. Resistance is at 1.22. The 10 SMACD combo is no longer valid. Risk level is low, and the upward momentum is deteriorating as days go by, at least for the past 2 trading days. The last price is still higher than the VWAP, but the dominant range is already closer to the intraday low than the intraday high, and that makes the momentum power indicator bearish, and the true market sentiment agrees to that. So no buy signals, no top up signals also. If you have TKC, hold your position for now. If you have it, and if your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, of course, but if it got hit already, what are you still doing? You have to execute your trailing stop loss. If you don't have TKC, good, don't buy it yet. Okay, don't buy it yet. Next, Class B of ATN. It closed today at 1.21. Support is at 1.13, resistance is at 1.37. The 10 SMACD combo is no longer valid. It's invalid. And risk level is low. The last price is equal to the VWAP. Oh, there's only a singular price point traded today. So we're going to skip this ATNB. Besides, I'm not... Okay, let me tell you this one. I am not trading Class Bs because of some volume-related concerns. Okay, I'm not trading Class Bs. They are quite a challenge to trade when it comes to volatility. So as early as now, I'm telling you, Class Bs are a no-no for me for short-term trading purposes. So we'll skip AT and B and jump right away to Z, the last stock in today's video. Z closed today at 0.245. Support is at 0.22. Resistance is at 0. Well, let me plot the resistance right here. 0.27 as a precursor to 0.31. The 10 SMACD combo is, let's double check, VWAP is at 2457, no, MA10, 0.25. It's already a bearish momentum power indicator because the last price is already lower than the 10-day simple moving average. Okay, risk level is low, and the last price is higher than the VWAP, but the dominant range is already closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. Besides, it's a red last candlestick, so it's a bearish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment is neutral, so that was not a strong signal. It was not a strong sign of. It was not a sign of a strong interest to buy the dips on Z. So I am going to snub this stock for now. Okay, this is not a good candidate for a new entry. So avoid Z for now. Volume wise, meh, not interested with the volume. Volume this is slim, I'm not interested. So I'm bearish on Z. So that's my proprietary way of doing technical analysis. You've heard my overall sentiment and recommendations for these 10 stocks. I'd like to invite you again to attend the Evergreen Strategy in Trading and Investing in the Philippine Stock Market Seminar in Makati this coming September 28. If you are a subscriber for 1 year, you can buy your ticket at a 50% discount. If you are a subscriber for 6 months, you will get 30% discount. If you are a subscriber for 1 month, you will get a 10% discount. So again, attend this seminar because if once you've attended the seminar, it's all the more that you will appreciate everything that we're teaching you here at Equilist Analytics. Okay, so just go visit our website www.equilist.com and click on seminars, click Makati, and then register. Check your inbox for the automated email, and then pay for your ticket. Reply to that email with your proof of payment, and so that we can reserve a seat for you. That will be next Saturday. Okay? Again, my name is JC De Guzman. Have a profitable and a disciplined trading day tomorrow, last trading day of the week. Bye for now.